Hey Leamons, welcome back to another video of mine. So today, we are going to talk about the best and worst animal designs in Animal Jam. Animal Jam Mobile, not Classic, keep that in mind. That's a totally different kind of thing, as some of the designs look pretty different from both games. I've made a ranking video before, where I took all the designs at the time in Animal Jam and ranked them from 1 to 10. But I couldn't go into much detail since there's just so many animals to discuss. This video will allow me to go more into detail about certain animal designs. When I say designs, I mean designs, not the actual animal. And please try not to get offended, as this is all just my speculation and opinions on the Animal Jam designs. I'm just having some fun ranking them into best and worst categories. I'm going to do 8 best and 8 worst, each with 4 honorable mentions, as it was very hard placing these animals. I did not place them in order of what I like or don't like. They are not in order. Keep that in mind, as that's pretty important. Also, I did not forget about any animal. I looked through them all in the Animal Jam wiki. I saw some I didn't even realize existed, if that makes you feel any better. So if I don't discuss an animal that you like, it means it's just middle ground to me. I don't dislike it, I don't love it, that's what it means. I also did take other people's opinions into consideration for a lot of my choices, as to why Seal, for example, was not included on my best or my worst. It's middle ground for most people, and I respected that and didn't let my bias affect anything. I'm talking about Seal and Animal Jam Mobile, not Classic. That's a different story. So anyways, with that all said, let's get into these best and worst Animal Jam designs. I'm Leamon Puppy, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started with the video. So we're going to start off with the best designs for this list. The first honorable mention is Arctic Wolf. So I like Arctic Wolf. I play it a lot. I like dressing up Arctic Wolf. A lot of people like Arctic Wolf. But its neck is really long. And I'm not even kidding when I tell you, that is the flaw that took it off the list. Its long neck. A lot of people were complaining to me that Arctic Wolf's good, but its long neck is just weird. Like, if you shaved its fur off, which, by the way, I've done in a video before, it looks really weird. Next, we have Lemur. I like Lemur. I know other people that like Lemur. I feel like more people are appreciating Lemur these days, but it's still kind of creepy. Its sitting pose is really weird, and it has massive eyes, so I did take it off for those reasons, but I do really like Lemur's design. Arctic Fox. Arctic Fox is another animal that's just really cute, and I really like the design, and I play it a lot, but its eyes look kind of weird and shadowy, and I don't know, honestly, that's kind of what did it for me. Just its eyes are kind of small too, and I feel like with a lot of these animals, big eyes kind of make a good character, and it's just lacking in that department, and it's also just not as good as some of the choices on the list. Lastly, we have Arabian Horse. Arabian Horse is a really solid design. It's better than the horse design, that's for sure, but it just didn't make the list. So now we're starting with the best list. Again, this is in no certain order. First, we start off with Bunny. Bunny is a really awesome design. It's one of the choices that you can make at the very start out of Wolf, Bunny, and Monkey. And I'd say Bunny is the best. I do like Wolf, don't get me wrong, but it looks really angry. Bunny is a solid choice, and I think its design is really good. And even though it's not a sapphire animal, I would still play it. Fox. Now, Fox is a very, very popular animal, if you didn't already know. They actually made it for gems now, so anyone can get this animal. You don't have to buy anything on the game to receive it. I think a lot of people just like Fox. I like Fox. The fact that it's gems now doesn't change anything. It's a solid design, and I play it time to time. It just looks great. It doesn't have anything that, like, stands out where I'm like, oh, that looks bad. It's really just a solid design. Like, I see no flaws. Next, we have Komodo Dragon. Now, a lot of you might be confused why I placed Komodo Dragon on this list. And yeah, I placed Komodo Dragon on this list. I like Komodo Dragon, and I know a lot of people that do like it too. It's a design that's more targeted towards people who want to look more cool, I'd say, not as much as cute. I like dressing animals up cute, and I like a lot of the cuter animals, but even Komodo Dragon, to me, is a really good animal. Like, I think they did a well job incorporating the animal Komodo Dragon into the game. It looks better than Crocodile to me. I like Crocodile too, don't get me wrong, but Komodo Dragon's just, it's a really solid reptile choice, and I really just think it deserves a spot on the list. Red Panda. Red Panda is a really solid design too. I mean, a lot of people love this one. It's cute. It has a big head, a big body, a big tail. Like, what's not to like? Items look genuinely pretty good on it too. I don't really see what's wrong with Red Panda, and I think a lot of people do like it, so here it is on the list. Zebra. Zebra is one of the newer animals, which is shocking. It is shocking to see a newer animal on the best list. Let me tell you that. But I have to give credit. Even though it's new, Zebra was awesome. It looks both cool and cute at the same time. Its eye is very big and nice, and items look great on this thing, and color choices look great too, and I play the Zebra a lot because I love it. Like, I love how it turned out, and I think it looks better than both horse and Arabian horse, and that's exactly why I didn't put the Arabian horse on the list, because I think Zebra just looks better than the both of them. Next we have sheep. Sheep is a good choice. I like sheep. I think it's just very solid. I don't know if it's in stores or has been for a while, so a lot of people might not play it, but I don't think it's the reason of it doesn't look good. It's the reason of it hasn't been in stores for a while. I think sheep has really nice eyes. It's just fluffy and has little legs sticking out and a big head, and I just don't see anything wrong with it. Items genuinely look good on it too, so there's no complaints with sheep. I think it's a solid design choice. Triceratops. I wanted to include one of the dinosaurs on the list. Not because, I have to include a dinosaur, but because they all look genuinely really great. All the dinosaurs Animal Jam has made look amazing, but I think Triceratops just looks the best, and maybe that's my opinion, but again, some of this is just my opinion, so there it is. Snow Leopard. So I wanted to include Snow Leopard on this list because I think it looks solid. Like, this design, this is a good design. This is peak design, but it's underrated. Like, I don't see a lot of people playing this thing, and it's kind of sad to me that it is that way, because there's no flaws with this design that I can see. I really like it, and I play it now and then, but even I don't play it as much, and I kind of feel sad saying that, because Snow Leopard is a really good design. Like, just look at the design. It's nice. Like, I don't know why it's so underrated, but I wanted to put it on the list because I genuinely just like how it looks. We are already done all the best choices. So that means we are moving on to the worst choices. So we are going to start off, obviously, with the honorable mentions on the worst, which means that they didn't quite make the cuts for being too bad. So I don't know how you want to feel about the honorable mentions on this list, if you want to feel like, oh, they're not as bad, or if you want to feel like, oh, but they're still kind of bad. Like, take it however you want, but they basically just didn't make the list. So first we have Cheetah. The reason why I didn't put Cheetah on the worst list is because even though I really don't like the design, I'm sorry to any Cheetah lovers, I don't like it. It looks too boxy and weird and muscly, and I don't like it. A lot of people do like it, and that's fine. You can like whatever animals you want to like. Again, this is all my opinion. But because so many people like it for whatever reason, I thought, hey, I shouldn't put it on the worst list. French Bulldog. This one's very creepy. It kind of has the same thing as the lemur, but even worse in my opinion. Its eyes are massive, and not only that, it has like a ring around the eye, which makes it even creepier. Like, it makes it look like a whole target or something. Like, this thing creeps me out. It's just big and muscular. The design didn't come out as well. Like, I've seen French Bulldogs in real life, and they can be really cute. This thing just didn't turn out nicely, and it's kind of sad. But it's on honorable mentions because, I hate to say it, but all the dog designs or cat designs, they look okay because they are dogs and cats, and dogs or cats are just cute animals when it comes down to it, so it's kind of hard to butcher a cat or dog design. Next we have Grizzly Bear. So if you've seen my video from the past where I talked about a few bad designs, I put Grizzly Bear on it, and I hated on it very harshly, and I still don't really like it, but honestly, I don't hate it as much as I used to. Its eyes are actually a decent size too. Like, it's pretty cute. It's just the arms that kind of I don't like, but I wouldn't put it on the worst list because it's not that bad, and I have more appreciation for Grizzly Bear now. And then we have Horse. I'm sorry guys, I really don't like Horse, and I know a lot of other people don't like the design either. Obviously, you may like horses, but its design it's weird. Its neck is really big, and its head shape is just odd too, and it's just not good, guys. Arabian horse is definitely the better horse choice. Horse, not so much. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie. These other animals on the list are far worse than horse. So I couldn't even throw horse on the list. The list starts now for the worst. Let's get started. So, first we have gorilla. Yeah, obviously gorilla made the list. I know a lot of people say, oh, gorilla, it's okay because it's meant to be funny. It's meant to be so bad it's good. But if that's true, it's meant to be so bad it's good. Technically, its design is so bad, so it still makes the list. It may be funny, and that's alright. Like, I may even play it as a joke, and that's all good, but in the end of the day, it is a bad design, and that's why people are playing it for the joke. Although, I do know a few people that do really actually like the gorilla design, like a slight few, and that's totally fine. Like, I'm not gonna say what animal you can like and you can't like. If you like gorilla, that's great, but many people don't like gorilla, and it's because its head's quite small, and its hands are massive, and it's too much exaggeration, I think. It just looks odd. I mean, I actually like the monkey design, so why would I play gorilla when I could play monkey? Next, we have camel. Camel just looks odd to me. I've never been a fan. Its eyes are kind of small. Its head is like really just stretched out wide, and I don't like that. And then it's just odd. Its legs are all skinny and wobbly, and I'm just not a fan of how they structured this one. Camels are fine in real life. Again, the animals, they have nothing to do with this. It's just the way they structured this design that bothers me so much, and I don't even have much more to say. It's just the way it looks. Next, we have black buck antelope. This one is kind of weird because I didn't know this even existed. Again, like I said, some of these designs I didn't even know existed until now, and this is one of them. I personally don't like how this looks. Like, okay, I look at it and I'm like, it's kind of cute, but then I look at it again and I'm like, that is what's going on. There is too much going on. Its horns look very weird. Its ears, it doesn't match the body proportions, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, its body proportions look weird up against each other, and to make a compelling design, you gotta design it right. Like Red Panda, for example, it's big and it's chubby and it's cute, but this one is all over the place, and I don't like it. I'm sorry if anyone is a black buck antelope fan. Capybara, I'm not gonna lie, out of all the designs on this list, this has got to be one of my least favorite. I'm not sure if any people really do like this design. I think it's mostly the eyes for me that I don't like. They just look so creepy and weird, and like, why are they shaped that way? And also just the head is just very like long and pointy, and I don't know, this design's just unsettling to me. If I saw this in my dreams, I think I'd be kind of scared. If anyone's a capybara fan, that's great. You do you, but I really don't like this design, and it is on the list for that reason. Tuft deer. This one's kind of weird. It's just, I know the tuft deer in real life have teeth, but there's just something so unsettling about seeing teeth on this creature. I don't know what it is. Its hair on top of its head looks weird, and even its legs are just too skinny. Again, this is something that I feel like if I saw in my dreams would be a little frightening, to say the least. I don't like how it looks. Even though its eyes look very normal and big, it still doesn't make up for it. It's just a weird shaped design. Next, we have tarantula. I don't mind tarantula, like its body shape and legs and everything. The only reason I put it on this list is because of its eyes. Its eyes just look not very good, and they look all pixelated, and there's little white chunks everywhere, and I don't know, it kind of freaks me out when I look at it. And I also don't like spiders, so maybe that's also just a personal thing. But I also just think that they didn't really incorporate the design that well, because I've seen many cute spiders when they're drawn out or animated, and this one just looks creepy to me. Next, we have giraffe. Giraffe is a weird design. Its neck is kind of massive, and then its head shape is weird, and most of all, its eye is really weird. It's very long and stretched, and it even has like a big circle around it, and it just makes it look like its eye isn't fully open even. Like, I don't know what was going on. It just looks really weird, like the design and the proportions of the body, and I really just do not have a liking to this design. There's not much else to say. They kind of butchered this one for me. Next, we have Arctic hare. Arctic hare is a disappointment to me. I think this animal could have turned out so well. The concept of an Arctic hare was adorable. It was a great idea. And then they just kind of butchered it like this. First of all, they made it really massive. They made its legs and arms really skinny and creepy. They made its eyes really like long and creepy, and its ears are even really pointy, and its head shape, and everything about this one for me is just a dislike. And it just makes me sad because I feel like it could have turned out well, and I want to like it, but I don't, and it bothers me for that reason. So that is why Arctic hare is on this list. That was all for my best and worst animal designs on Animal Jam. Again, this was for Animal Jam Mobile. If this somehow does well, I'll consider making one for Animal Jam Classic as well. Thanks for watching all the way. Like if you didn't already, feel free to try to place these animals in order, or give your own order down below for animals that weren't included. I just didn't because it genuinely couldn't decide an order for most of them. I thought they were all either just good or just bad designs. Anyways, it's been Leamon Puppy. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys all next time.